Hey everybody, it's another Thursday in Geeks of the Week, and I'm Mario. I'm going to start the video by talking to the geeks, because they're my homies, then give you some real-life superhero news, and finally give you the top 5 comics for the month of February. Now on to the video. Steph, I continue to wish you luck on the tornado that is moving. Not only that, but you can fit into small suitcases, so you must be resisting the urge of just climbing into boxes like a small kitten. Don't you do it, you stay on task. Pyro, I like your hand movements, and I'm going to give you some examples of mine. This is how I fight. This is how I swim. Dog paddle. And this is how I type. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. Luluco, I called Cyborg a long time ago, and let me channel my inner itch again. I will not be Starfire on the bet. I will not be Starfire posting on the net. I will not be Starfire here or there. I will not be Starfire anywhere. And if I have to, I'll bribe you with some cool Wreck-It Ralph stuff. Because I really don't want to be Starfire. But I took two important things away from your video. One, I really have to watch Castle. And two, tell me about that sandwich. What was on it? Was it toasted? Did you put a little honey mustard on it? Tell me. I need details. I'm really hungry. And Nikki, I'm so happy you did great in archery. I think now you belong in that collage with other great archers. I'm sure everyone's seen that meme. It has Katniss, Hawkeye, Merida from Brave, and my favorite, Robin Hood from Men in Tights. Now that you're basically an expert, I'm going to make a mental note not to disagree with you again, and not to get on your bad side. Also, I'm saddened to hear about Raymond Cusick's passing. Every great hero needs a great villain. Without it, the story just lacks, and Cusick provided that. I might not follow Doctor Who, but even I know who the Daleks are. And finally, I would never say you suck, ever, ever. Even if it was opposite day, I'm just not going to put that out in the universe. No. Here's some quick comic stuff. Anybody else see the Iron Man 3 trailer? It was epic. It completely made up for that weak Super Bowl teaser. And in Superman news, the Scott Snyder Jim Lee title finally has a name. It's going to be called Superman Unchained. It's set to be out in June. There's going to be a preview for it in May during Free Comic Book Day. So now I'm doubly excited for free comics and to get a preview of that. Superheroes are becoming a reality, and here are 3 stories to prove it. All the links will be provided below. Starting with, in Bradford, England, a man dressed as Batman delivered a wanted criminal to the police station. After an extensive search of about 1 or 2 days, the BBC discovered who he was. Blasted media. Click the link if you want to see the incredible story and see a video of the man explaining why he did it. So remember when you were a kid, you played being Superman? Well, this kid is Superman. A 4-year-old who was wearing a Superman shirt, pretending to be Superman, fell out of a 3rd-story window, landed on his feet, not a scratch on him. Not even hurt. Meanwhile, last time I pretended to be Superman, I twisted my ankle, but that was years ago. Okay, that was last night. And finally, an action star has risen, as the Dunkin' Donuts employee stopped the robbery by throwing hot coffee at the assailant. As he ran away, she was quoted to say, "Go run on Dunkin'." And now I highly anticipate the team up with her and John McClane. Enough said. Seeing as that this is the first week of the month, I'm going to give you my top 5 comics for the month of February, starting with Manhattan Project issue 9. In the last issue, the Freemasons went after the Manhattan Project team. In this issue, they strike back, going after the Power Elite. If you want to see Albert Einstein take on the Luchador, a cosmonaut dog, and good old-fashioned cannibalism, then this is the comic for you. It's been a great blend of solid writing and really cool artwork, but it's only for the heavy science fiction fan. If you don't like that genre, I don't think you'll like this comic, and it is my 5th pick of the month. At number 4, Batman issue 17. And this was the conclusion of Death of the Family, as the Joker was trying to drive a wedge between Batman and the rest of the Bat family because it feels that makes him weak. This was a psychological thriller. The Joker isn't only dangerous because he can physically hurt you, but he can mentally drive you insane. There were certain moments I felt he got the better of Batman. Snyder and Capullo have become one of these great comic book teams. Month in and month out, Batman is a comic I look forward to, and it continues to impress, and you really can't go wrong picking up that title. And number 3, Hawkeye issue 8. And this issue is about Clint not being able to turn down the pretty face and getting in a whole lot of trouble because of it. The only thing better than Matt Fraction's writing is David Aja's artwork, which is freaking gorgeous. The chemistry between Clint and Kate is both witty and entertaining, and this is by far the best Marvel comic out there today. At $2.99, it's more than reasonably priced. You don't have to worry about buying other comics to follow along because there's relatively no crossovers. The arcs are short, but there's a larger plot at play. And the trade is set to come out soon. I definitely recommend you guys pick it up and take a chance on it. I can't say enough great things about this comic. And number 2, Saga issue 10. And Marco and his mother are retrieving their ghost babysitter, while the bounty hunter named the Will and Marco's ex-fiancée Gwendolyn finally catch up to them. When this comic first came out, it was an instant hit. Brian K. Vaughan is taking his time with the plot, going at a slow pace, but in a good way. You never feel as if the story drags. With each issue, you get more of an insight into this world, and the more you see, the more you want to know. If for whatever reason I couldn't buy comics in single issues anymore, I still find a way to buy Saga in single issues because I can't wait for that comic to come out month after month. It is that great. Finally, at number 1, Lock and Key Omega Issue 3. And it's prom night for Ty and Kinsey as Zack continues to implement his final plan. There was a scene in the beginning of this issue that was horrific. It made me cringe. And that's when you know when you have something special, when you start to legitimately care for these characters. Joe Hill is an incredible writer. You're going to get lost in his dialogue and Gabriel Rodriguez's artwork. As always, I encourage you to start reading this from the start of the run of the series. The trades are easily available. They're cheap by now. It's definitely something you don't jump in the middle. It's been one of the great comics, and when it comes to an end, I'm going to be sad to see it go. I decided to do something a little extra and review this week's comics, but I'm going to post it on my non-YouTube channel. I call it that because I don't have one. It's just an account I have to keep up with here. And the reason I'm doing it is because I did want to review this week's comics, but I didn't want to make this video super long. And I'll maybe do it once a month when I'm doing my top 5 for here, but that's beside the point. If you want to see me review Age of Ultron issue 1, Superior Spider-Man issue 5, Green Arrow issue 18, and All New X-Men issue 8, check the link below. That's it for me. Remember to follow me on Twitter, like us on Facebook. Why don't you guys like us on Facebook? It's okay if you don't like me, but what about the rest of the geeks? I know you like them. So go like us on Facebook, subscribe to us, feel free to tell your friends about us. Don't keep us a secret. There's enough of me to go around. Check out the other more awesome geeks, and stay geeky.